Alright guys, we're back with the 2JZ Chevelle. So, as you can see, there's something missing over here. And over here. All the extra 2JZ stuff is gone. And that guy wanted my turbo too, so I did the right thing and sold it to him. But since I sold one, there's an empty spot, so we got to put something there, right? So we're gonna upgrade a little bit, even though this thing still isn't really ironed out completely. It was running and driving, and that's about the extent of it. But either way, we got upgrades. Good deal. Couldn't pass it up. Guy wanted my turbo. You know, whatever. This is how car guy things go. So we got an upgrade. This is ball bearing 64, 66. It's got a 84 back housing. This was used, but it is in good shape. This turbo was actually on an MK4 Supra and made 650 wheel. So it's going to be more than enough for this thing, because stock bottom end's probably not going to take that anyway. So this thing should fairly well bolt on there, but I'm going to show you the big issue right now and what we're going to have to remedy. So obviously T4, you know, no biggie there. Manifold's got a T4 flange. However, this does not quite line up. So that other turbo that we had, we had a spacer here because it was a T3, so we had a T4 to a T3 adapter, which raised this about inch and a half, which, yep. And then it was a 4-bolt flange on the back side, so we had a 4-bolt to a 3-inch V-band adapter. So not ideal. But we're going to figure it out one way or another. So what we're going to do is get this bolted down. We're going to have to index the drain, obviously, down, because it's not going to drain very well up. And that will, obviously, in turn, put our feed at the top. And then we will have to index the impeller side, the in and the out, because this will have to point towards this thing. So that should be perfect. That shouldn't be no big thing. It's this setup here that's going to be an issue. Well, there you have it. 64, 66 is on. Gotta tighten that clamp. We gotta get the drain fitting, and then I gotta decide if I want to use some 3-inch to extend that, or get some 3.5 and kind of make it look better. Not really sure on that yet. I gotta wait on the fitting anyway, so I'll decide that probably tomorrow, and then we'll get that figured out. The only other things on this, we got 5 volt and ground up here. So we are going to put in a fuel pressure sensor and an oil pressure sensor so we can put some safeties on this thing. And I got to get the power steering pump changed. Pretty straightforward. Those don't have to be done right away, but we do have to get the turbo done so that we can move this thing. Why do we need to move it so bad? Well, we could pull it out of the way, but that's no fun. I'd rather just drive it because, you know, pulling things sucks. But we need to get it out because eventually the Apache's got to go over there. Now, we've been working on it on this side, but we need to move it over there because once we get the Chevelle out over there, we're going to be putting this thing in. This is a 10,000 pound 2-post lift. And it's going to make my life 1,000 times easier. So no more getting caught on zip ties on a creeper. No more rust falling in my eye. Well, rust doesn't fall in my eyes. But no more dealing with low clearance on the crane, trying to get the cab off, stuff like that. We can just lift the cab, work on the chassis, lower the cab, check it, lift the cab, work on it, lower the cab. It'd be easy. So this has got to move so we can do that. Reason I'm putting it over here, electrical box is over here. It'd be cheaper to run wire from there right here instead of all the way over there. So that's why we're putting it over here. Just easier. It's not really going to matter which door we come in. They're all the same. So we're going to put it on this side. And yeah, we're pretty excited about it. Trying to make some big moves this year. I know it's not really a big move to some people, but to me, it's pretty big. We've been wanting to lift for a long time. It's going to make life way easier. I'm hoping by the end of the year, maybe we can get a 4-post in here too. Maybe either sitting where the Nova is or over there. Just need to stack some cars. 40 by 60 shop sounds big. It gets filled up quick. So we need to stack some cars. And obviously there's other goals. We'd like a tire machine, another 4-post, you know. We got a lot of things we want, but right now 2-post lift is going to be huge. We're going to use it all the time. So that's going to be awesome. We need to get this thing rolling. Going to make this short video. That's going to be pretty much it. There is one last thing that I don't think you guys have seen update wise. Nova's got some new wheels. So the old slots were pretty well trashed. Inside lip is just tore up. These are old wheels. They got brittle. People putting tires on and off of them over the years. They just tore them up. So went ahead. These have a conical seat lug nut, so we don't have to deal with the old shank style junk. Rear tires are the same. Just took them off those, put them on these. It's a 275 60/15, 15 by 10, 3.5 inch backspace. You know, 70s stuff. They stick out. They're wide. The fronts are a 235 60/15. Same size all around as that. That's got a 235 60/15 up front, 15 by 10 on a 275 60/15 in the back. So same. But this is a 15 by 8, I believe. I don't know. 15 by 8, 15 by 7, something like that. I think it's an 8. This has more backspace, which we needed because the old fronts, even though they were 14 by 7, they had very little backspace and they were rubbing pretty bad back there. So actually a little bit bigger tire, but sucked it in, so we're good there. Yeah, so the Nova's coming along too. Got some stuff going on with it, but I'm hoping a couple months we can have this thing knocked out finally. And once we get the lift up, we can do the springs. And this thing should be on its way this spring to driving down the road. So that'll be cool. But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. I know a lot of talking, but there's things we want to update you about. So we're super excited for the lift. Thank you guys for watching. you guys supporting, it helps. We appreciate it. So we will be back very soon with getting the Chevelle, driving out of here, and maybe moving that thing over there, getting it wired up, installed, and test it out, because we got all kinds of projects, as you guys know. So thank you guys for watching. See you very, very soon. Stay tuned. Follow us on all the social stuff, because we do post updates on there sometimes. And yeah, see you later.